so much for joining. Is it y'all's first time in Richmond?
It's my first time in Richmond.
Welcome.
I'm having a blast. There's so many unique shops here.
You've been able to leave? Because normally people in the convention life, I'm sure as you know,
Are prisoners.
Yes.
No, I know.
And you stay. You stay in the building.
Same spot.
You see the crowd. You see your table. You see your hotel room. You got to leave.
Well, we just flew in just early enough because yesterday's con didn't start till 4.
Yes.
Which just had a late start.
True.
Which was really nice because
Yes.
then we got to mosey about, and I went to the one street that I was told about. Carytown, Cary Lane, Carytown.
Carytown.
Very fun.
What kind of stores were there?
There was a really cool fountain pen store with really nice paper, and I got paper and a fountain pen nib and ink, and then there was a tea store, and I had a really nice coconut
I feel like
oolong.
we would get along.
Thank you. Okay, bye. And then there was a katana store.
Oh, yeah, we would definitely get along.
Love that there's
I
a
want
katana
a
store.
brand new notebook, a fountain pen, and a katana.
It was a great day.
Good. Did he just go into the crowd and get a hat? I was like, where did you get that? Did you steal that from a guest?
It's too bright for his sensitive
I'm blinded.
why?
I can't see anything. This is so much better.
We all want to see your beautiful face, but we want you to be blind at the same time. Yes. Well,
It's
welcome.
a lot more broody and mysterious anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's very fair.
I'm shrouded in shadow.
Yes.
I've never been to Richmond before. It's very cool here. But I have been in Virginia, closer to the water. I forget what city it was, but I built a project here a couple of years ago. It was an equine therapy ranch that we built for veterans with PTSD, actually. And that was my first experience of Virginia, and it was beautiful. It was in a very flat area with plains, very windy. There was nothing around, but it was really pretty. Yeah.
Very cool. How long did it take you to work on that project?
It was a 6-day build in and out.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Nick's genuinely so cool. He's been all over the world and built amazing things for so many people in
That's
need.
really cool.
But it took me to Virginia, to your home state. But
Now, did you start doing that before voice acting, or did you voice act and then find that to be your secondary passion project?
I've always been a builder. I was
Sure.
a builder a long time ago. But I started voice acting in about 2016. So the simultaneous, I would say.
Yeah.
I just do them all.
Very cool. You get to do both. Yeah, the freedom
Many
of voice acting.
passions.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. Well, normally I would ask about how you got into voice acting, your origin story. Was there something that sparked it, or have you always known since you were younger, something you fell into? How was it for you both?
Yeah, I mean, for me, acting is acting. So whenever people ask, hey, how do I become a voice actor? Get good at acting. Go to any acting class. A lot of people love to come up and be like, oh, I can do this cool voice. And, impressions are cool. They're really cool party tricks. Now, can you do that voice over all of these different emotions, over 600 lines of a character arc in a game? It's different than an impression. So going and, learning the craft is, a really good way to get good at it. I started in theater as a kid. I was a little theater nerd, unsurprising. And then I moved to Los Angeles to do film and TV, and I still do, but I happened to walk into a 4-line voiceover audition in a British accent for a teenager that my agent sent, and walked onto the Warner Brothers lot for my very first video game that happened to be directed by Troy Baker cinematically, and it was a Lord of the Rings game. And that was my introduction into games, which was really, really cool because I had some of the most amazing faces in games there, just being like, all right, here's how it's done.
Yeah.
And I loved seeing how passionate the storytellers were about games, and I think we continue to see it in games even from the beginning, but as narrative really develops in games, the kind of passion for storytelling and performance was really inspiring to me, and it was like, oh, these people are just as talented, skilled, amazing, and creative as any film set or any TV set, and if anything, there's some technical constraints, but otherwise there's a tremendous amount of creativity and possibility on a volume. So that's what I learned.
Agreed. That's very cool. And very cool that your first job, were you familiar with Troy Baker as a person?
Nope.
Yeah, you were.
Not at all.
You're like, who is Joel?
I didn't know anything. Last of Us had, I think, come out, the first one had, and I walked into my callback, And I had this very tall, handsome reader and then a director in the room. And I remember doing the whole callback, and I walked out and I was like, that reader was really good. They should use him. I hope someone's paying attention. And it was Troy Baker.
That makes a lot of sense.
They were paying attention.
That's very cool. Very cool. What about you, Nick?
Forgot what the question was.
How did you get into voice
Sorry,
acting?
jeez.
So sorry. How did you get it? How did you stumble, or were you always passionate about voice acting?
No, so my story is so opposite of Nicole's. She's been acting since she was like 3. I didn't even start acting until I was like 26. I had about 37 jobs before that in different careers and industries and stuff like that. And then I started auditioning in student films in Boston around like 2010 or 2011 or something like that. And I loved it, and I just got my experience with like action stuff, action acting on camera, commercials, stuff like that. And then I just got an audition. I submitted myself for Resident Evil 2. And with my action background, that got me into that project, and that was actually my first voiceover role.
Wait, so that Leon Kennedy is your first voiceover role?
It was full performance capture.
Yes,
that's what we
that's
did
what
for
I
these.
mocap,
But
yeah.
voices included. So that's when I began, voice acting in a project where it didn't see my face.
That's awesome.
So that was my first one ever, actually.
That's very cool.
And I did those in Life is Strange at the same time I was filming Resident Evil 2 remake. So those 2 franchises were my first.
That's awesome. Very cool. I was going to mention also, you did do the full motion capture, but you obviously were in not stunt work, I guess, but action choreography.
Was stunt work.
Stunt work, yes. So
Yeah.
that played a big role. Had you ever done that before as well?
I had done it minimally.
Yeah.
Like, they let me do some of the sword play in Lord of the Rings on that game because I was like, please, I've been taking sword play classes. Let me do it. Which was, really fun. And so, like, I was definitely nowhere near as trained as some of my fantastic guy counterparts.
But now she'd kick my butt
But
any day
now,
now.
I'm a
The
real
tables have
life badass.
turned.
But I did get to do a lot of fun stunts and roles and different things for Jill. But definitely in performance capture too. I'm sure Nick experienced this as well. When you're doing full facial capture, trying to like take off the helmet and re-rom everything for a stunt can take a lot of time. So oftentimes too, they'll sometimes put you in a trench coat so that you can't see any of your dots but your face, and then they'll have a stunt double for any like wire work or things where it would be dangerous to have the face mount on. So there's definitely some stunts where it's like, okay, and then there's a stunt performer doing some epic crazy wire work thing, and I'm just off the side in a trench coat doing the facial reactions during the stunt. So it's very unique because you're really, getting all of the facial impact of the different things that is happening. And it's a strange technical experience.
Yeah, that's so neat because I've seen a few behind the scenes videos, and you never know how much technology how far it's come and how easily captured your emotions are. That's crazy from how Resident Evil began, right? You couldn't even turn right or left freely. To this now is so cool. How was it just experiencing the acting in that room with the technology? Was it like anything you'd ever done before, or was it the largest scale, would you say?
No, I had never done anything like that. And also, I've never been on stage. I've never been a part of a theater production. And so, like I bet the first time you were on a motion capture stage, it was a little familiar in ways, right?
I mean, it was pretty out there. Like, there's nothing like it spatially
But
because your constrictions in theater are still so about audience facing, whereas in the volume, the camera can be anywhere, and every shot is both your close up and your wide shot.
But I feel like in theater, your imagination is really always working because you're not on location in like a warehouse per
That's
se.
true.
Like,
That's true. There's a lot of crossover,
there's
undoubtedly.
a lot of crossover. So for me to see that in a big well lit room, I was used to being on set somewhere, right? And so it was a little weird to me. I was not a theater actor, and they're doing these long takes and everything, and every movement had to be perfect and precise. So, yeah, very, very interesting learning experience. I learned quite a bit on Resident Evil 2 Remake, and then by the time 4 rolled around,
Old pro.
I was like, okay, I get it. And it was much more comfortable for me.
He ain't a rookie
to expect.
anymore.
That's right.
Well, were you both familiar with the Resident Evil franchise before you got your auditions?
Yeah, I've been
Mark?
playing these games since '98. Do we have any OG fans
nice.
out here? Ooh. How many for '96? Resident Evil 1. Okay, now 2.
Nice.
3? Even more. Okay. I started playing back in the '90s, so yes, I was a giant fan.
That's awesome. How did you feel? When you got the audition, did you know what it was for, first off?
Yes, surprisingly, to this day, it is
Sometimes you
the only project that was listed online without a code name.
Stop. You were like me. Me now.
It was strange. When I first saw the breakdown on castings, it said Resident Evil 2 remake, but I immediately thought it was just like a fan film. I really did. I didn't look at it too hard. I just saw Resident Evil 2, which had already come out, 20 years before, and I was like, oh, fan film, cool. And I just said, hey, I'm a big fan. I would love to audition. And then the audition came back to me. That's when they give you more details in the sides that you have to read. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh, my God, this is the actual remake of the damn game.
That's so cool.
And I was like, it's not even code name. Like, they just said what it, and they're looking for Leon Kennedy. I was like, oh, my God.
I would think that's a kidnapping scheme. Like, they're trying to get Resident Evil fans kidnapped.
I couldn't believe it. So I knew exactly what was going into it. And so I just spilled my heart out to them. And I just said, I'm a huge, huge fan. I know everything about this franchise. Let's rock and roll. And they gave me the role like 3 auditions later.
That is so cool.
So by the time they got to 3, they did code name it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So 3 remake did have a code name, but they shared.
I was about to say, do you remember what it is? That's my favorite.
Escape. I
Escape.
think it might have been Escape.
Yeah, you're
I
escaping.
can't remember. It's been
Constantly
a
in that
minute.
game.
I'm pretty sure it was like Escape or something. But the character, they had character art, but she was called, I think, Anna. But I was looking at the character art, and I knew it was codenamed because I know games, and I was like, It was pretty clear to me who it was, even with the remodel and design. I was like, blue tank top, doesn't have a British accent. There's only 2.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it was pretty clear to me. I knew who I was auditioning for. I was familiar with the Resident Evil franchise. I was not as cool as Nick. I had not played every game since the 90s. And but it's basically a household name at this point. Like, you don't even have to be a hardcore gamer. Like, people know Resident Evil from all the expanded universe iterations. So I knew the character, and I said, do my little nerdy actor research. And yeah, I mean, she's amazing and fantastic. And I also did about 3 auditions and jived well with the team, and here we are.
Good. Well, we're both glad that y'all happened to find that ad randomly on castings and then got the role as
Mine
well.
was sent to me.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. Well, everyone, if you have your own questions, please do not be shy. The microphone is there. They are obviously very nice. They do not bite.
Hard.
Do not be nervous. Like I said, open to Q&A here, but I will go for the whole time, so I have quite a few questions. Oh, hi there. Go ahead and introduce yourself and ask your question.
What's up?
Hi, I'm Aaron. We met earlier.
Hi, Aaron.
I remember your shirt.
Thank you. So my question for you is, having worked on the Resident Evil franchise, what's been the most rewarding experience for you?
Meeting you guys and hearing your stories.
Fans.
Yeah. We hear some really good stories about how these horror games, these zombie games affect them in such positive ways, and just knowing that our performance was any little part of that, it just makes a big impact for me, and it makes me grateful that I chose this career path, because I love video games, and if I can work in this space and make people happy, it's like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I think fans for sure. It was really special because RE3 Remake came out in March of 2020. And so I've really gotten the additional thing of so many people being like, oh, that game got me through one of the hardest times for so many people. And so those stories especially. And then Village came out in 2021, and that opened me up to a whole nother group of fans, because kind of the new age Resident Evil a lot of them would then like go back. Like if they came in for Lady D and the sisters, they then were like, well, now I gotta go like meet Jill and Leon, and they'd start back at the beginning. And so it was really special to just see there's just such a broad range of fans from all walks of life. And I mean, you know, that's really special. You don't get that in every kind of franchise or story. Just so many walks of life and what these characters mean is special, because once we finish our job, it's really everyone else's and their interpretations and the depth and meaning that they put on it.
Yes, agreed. Thank
you.
I find too that Resident Evil fans have the best fan art and like
so talented.
like crafts and stuff. It's like on Etsy you can go get so many cool things. They're all just very talented, I think. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I have a stack of collected art that people make and bring me, and every time I just love seeing the different styles and the passion, and I just think it's great. I'll keep them forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello. Can you guys
Hi.
hear me okay?
Yeah, you
Yes.
should be able, if you would like to grab the microphone, I think I don't think they taped it. Did you guys tape it? No, there we go. Perfect.
So I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of weird things that happen in Resident Evil games.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
As you're reading the lines that you're given, how aware are you of what it relates to in the game? Or are you reading them like completely out of context and have no idea that like a giant squirrel monster is showing up on screen or a snake creature? Like, what is your awareness as you are recording lines?
They give us pretty decent context. Sometimes they don't even know what a big monster might look like yet when we record the lines, but they say this is going to be a big boss fight, and it might be a thing with tentacles and legs. We don't know yet, but it's a big thing. It's a big point in the game. It's really pivotal, and so the stakes are pretty high. I mean, they give their best context.
I was gonna say it's a little bit of both. For cinematic scenes, you know exactly what's happening for the most part, other than maybe final art and whatnot. When you get into the booth for a lot of the in-game stuff, so when player has control and they're throwing out one-liners here and there, and a lot of the comedy, honestly, I find most of the comedy is within when player has control versus in the cinematics themselves. And so there was definitely some where like I had a little context, but ultimately I didn't know where it was gonna go in the game. One really good example became one of my most like requested lines ever. I had zero context for bitch can't even swim. I had no idea what that was gonna get used for. And they literally, I think the context that I got when I got to the line, I was like, what's happening? They were like, I think he's gonna fall in the water and you're just gonna comment on it. And I was like, cool. You know, like, so sometimes you get a lot of context, sometimes you have no context. I remember doing a lot of death by vomiting and vomiting noises, and I really didn't know what those bugs were gonna be. So that was real special, and I was like, oh, I see. Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
question.
It's a good question. I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah.
All right, for the both of you, I know you guys are both like really into the gaming stuff. Nick and Nicole, you have your playthrough series and stuff like that. From a gaming perspective, what's your most memorable scene from any of the Resident Evil games?
I know mine.
Are you saying like playing them
Yeah,
as
just
a
from playing them, not performing them, but
Let me think about it. Go for it.
I played through RE4 Remake with Nick and my mod Jen, and they made me shoot the fish in the water. Oh. And I had no idea.
That was funny.
And I remember it to this day because they were scheming so hardcore against me.
Did anyone see that? That was funny.
Yes.
We got her good. I always liked the regenerate. The first time I ever met the regenerators in the original 4. I mean, I was a lot younger back. That was 20 years ago. I'm playing it with my little brother, and when you get to the island and you meet them for the first time, oh, they were horrifying. Just the breathing and everything. I wanted to voice them in the remake. And I sent in a file, and they actually liked it, like a creature sound, and they said it was too late. They'd already established it. But that's just like, that will never not live in my brain.
cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello there.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, Nick. How do you feel about the fight between you and Krauser? Like, just close quarters combat.
How do I feel about it? In what way?
Close quarters combat, like, did it feel intense? Did you feel successful when you beat him?
When Leon beat him?
Yes,
'Cause
both actually, you
I
and
didn't.
Leon.
I didn't mocap any stuff for the fight, aside from the cinematics when they're like about to fight. But I didn't do any like the combat in the fight. But how did I feel? I mean, I think it was a really emotional scene. I think they did a good job of updating that. So when he kills him, he actually has like a couple ounces of remorse, and he doesn't want to kill his old mentor, but he kind of has to. I just think they did a good job with the scene.
And last question, let's get out. How did you feel about with the landmines, the hole traps and everything that was laid out by Krauser?
I don't like them. I don't like.
Bad.
I don't like traps and landmines in real life, so I don't like them.
All right.
Great question. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Hello.
Hello again.
Hi.
So this is a question for both of you. You were talking about fan-based movies and stuff like that, Nick. Have you ever thought about reaching out to Residents of Evil and seeing if maybe you could do like some action scenes with them in their movies? Because I don't know if you saw the Keeper's Diary, and they're getting ready to put out Resurrection.
Yeah, I've known those guys for 8 years now.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're
we've-
super cool.
We've hung out a bunch of times. No, we just never really talked about it. I'm looking forward to seeing their new one though. I've seen their like BTS, all the stuff they're posting.
I love what they make, but we also, because we work directly with Capcom and we, don't own these amazing characters, we have to be careful with like things that are actually official and things
Right.
that are unofficial. So like, I love what they're doing, and I'm always like, yes, go. But as far as like being in a fan film, I'm not sure to be the actual character.
Okay.
If that would be like respectful of the IP.
Right. Got you. Thank you.
Hi there.
What's up?
Okay, do you guys think that Jill or Leon would survive the events of Resident Evil 8?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
I got some girls on
That
the
is
inside, so.
Of
Alright, thank you.
course, yeah.
Hi. So for both of you, of all the large like stalker enemies that you can't kill and whatnot, Mr. X, Nemesis, Lady D, the Baker family, which one do you think is the most intimidating of all of them?
You know, honestly, there was something so creepy about Jack. Me and my bro love Jack, and he's the only one that's not like a hideous tall monster, or he's not like mutated. He's just a dude from Louisiana, and there was something about that was so real and his lines were hilarious. Me and my bro still quote him all the time. He's like, "You gotta get your supper, Ethan." I don't know. I love Jack.
I agree with that.
You just come with a
it's so
shovel and smash you in
scary.
the face. I mean,
Biohazard is the only game I couldn't finish because I was like, it's unsettling.
so good.
This could be any guy.
any dude
Yeah.
with a shovel.
I was gonna say RE7 was definitely my like scariest. My playthrough of that is a lot of me being like, no, thank you. No, in fact, maybe I won't. Maybe this is the end. This is where we stop, everybody. We don't make it from here.
Yeah, it's probably because of that first-person perspective.
It's very claustrophobic.
It's like, hey, crawl under this. And you're like, mm-mm.
It's so
No.
good.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for being here. I just wanted to ask a question. I'm not that experienced with video games. I'm getting back into them. From your perspective, because I feel like you guys are subject matter experts, which game would you say is the scariest one for you personally, and why?
Scariest? I mean, we kind of just answered that. Honestly, I think 7 was the scariest for me by far. They really went back to some
Did you finish it?
some horror roots, and the first person perspective was a lot. And yeah, that was probably like genuinely my scariest. But there's so many good scary moments in a lot of them. But I think just the nature of that, I'm bad at first person as well. It makes me kind of motion sick. I'm one of those. So it was just like, really, it took a lot of effort to make it through.
Okay.
If anyone here thinks 7 is scary in first person, you got to try it in VR. If 7 in VR is terrifying. Like I can't say enough about it. It's the scariest game I've ever played because I played it for the first time in VR, so I didn't know anything about the game. And what a horror experience that was. And it's because the developers told me to do that. So I was working, the same team that did 7 was doing 2 with me. We were filming 2 when 7 came out. So they said, buy a PlayStation VR and play 7 in VR. And I did, and we were crapping our pants, me and my little bro. So good. You should try that.
I brought on other actors while I did the playthrough just to hold my hand. I literally, like, the actors that were in the game as we went to each of those sections, I, like, brought them on because I've streamed them all live. And I brought on the other actors just to be like, see, it's not that scary. He's a real person, right there.
It's still scary.
It was the worst. It was still scary.
I also wanted to ask, which one is the closest related to Village, in your opinion, that you would say? Because I love Village very much. I watch a lot of people on YouTube, and I'm mostly kind of vicariously experiencing what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try to get more active into it, and Village is just spectacular to me. So which one would you say is the vibe is similar? If not, is cool. But, like, I love the VR perspective, by the way, because I didn't even think about that.
I'd say 4 Remake is close to Village in a lot of ways, especially now that you can play Village in third person. They added that update like a couple years ago, but I would say 4. It's just, it's
got the fantasy
yes,
element.
it's an adventure.
Like, there's a real adventure fantasy.
In different styles of bosses and everything like that. Yeah, totally.
Okay, I just Googled.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Hi.
Hello. I just wanted to ask, so my question was, how does it feel to be the current voice of Leon, and have you ever, like did you ever get to meet, like, the OG voice of Leon, Paul Haddad?
Yes, I did, actually. I got to speak with him maybe 3 to 4 times on the phone. He was a very nice gentleman. He passed away about 5 years ago, and he messaged me on Facebook shortly after I was announced for the new game, and he was a perfect stranger. I knew his name, obviously, and he just sent me the nicest little message, just kind of like passing of the torch, and he's like, you're the guy now, you're Leon, I just want to say congratulations and all that stuff. And then we chatted a few times, and he was a really, really nice guy. And then I learned with the world that he passed away. So I'm happy that we got that.
Okay, and I also have another question for both Nick and Nicole. Okay, do you both think that any of the Resident Evil main characters, and that also includes the villains too, do you think that they would be able to survive the Walking Dead universe?
But they're just
I feel
walkers there.
I feel like
they
Lady
just walk.
D would just be like, shink! I feel like she'd be fine.
Yeah, we have rocket launchers. Yeah,
We're
I
chilling.
think it would be good.
Prepared.
And infinite ammo on some modes.
True.
Agreed.
Great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a little blanket reminder to do one question at a time, just to be courteous to the person behind you. But like I said, if you want to get to the back of the line, you're more than welcome to. But moving forward, just try and keep it one question at a time. Go ahead.
Deja vu.
Yeah. I actually got like a fun question, and this is gonna be a little crossover. But do you think Leon and or Jill could take on either the Predator or the Xenomorphs from Aliens?
I mean, I don't think anything would surprise them at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, look at.
Just been through a lot.
I mean, isn't Nemesis kind of like a combination of both of them put together? Been there, done that sort of thing. So I think we'd be fine.
Or the Predator alien? I'm just saying.
Hi there.
Hello. I just have a question for both of you guys. What is your favorite section of Resident Evil 4 Remake?
I like when you can throw the egg.
The egg? Okay.
Because I held the egg for a long time and was told
Yeah,
just
I did
hold
too.
on to it. I was like,
did too,
really?
And I didn't use it.
Real shame. I think I used it and it fell on the floor. So
Dang.
I
know
liked
how to
the
throw it
idea
either.
behind using the egg. That's a terrible response, but I did really enjoy that.
My favorite part is the lake when gullible people are playing the lake part.
Huh, so funny. That's
that's my favorite.
weird. Weird. Huh.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
This was amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Love that. So first, I want to say I agree with you. Resident Evil 7 took like years off my life playing that. So totally
Agreed.
agree.
Added wrinkles.
But for both of you guys, if you could pick any other like video game franchise to be in, which project would you be in?
Any video game?
Anything.
I always say I love the Naughty Dog team. I really love the Uncharted series. It's got that adventure, the Lara Croft universe, like any of like adventure fantasy stuff is something I love. And then they've been killing it with The Last of Us. So Naughty Dog has really good narrative and really good characters. So that's always something that draws me to projects just from the acting perspective.
Yes.
And I'm going to go in the opposite direction and say I want to voice Mega Man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there we go.
He doesn't really have a voice, but I want to voice him one day.
You could give him a voice.
Yeah, you could give him.
Even a voice like the Mega Buster. I don't know.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What do we have here?
Oh, who is that?
Hey
Yeah,
guys.
hi.
Big fan of both of your work.
Yeah?
Big fan of your earrings.
Thank you so much.
It's hot sauce.
I
It's
like
hot
it.
sauce, right.
But
Did you
don't
want me to
try
try
it.
it?
No.
Did you-
No, she
Was that your-
cannot.
yeah, I was
She
just
can no. Don't make me the bad
That was
guy.
actually my question. I'm just kidding. I thought I'd ask a question to both of you. So there's a new Resident Evil movie coming out. Besides you two, who would you like to cast as your characters if they had Jill or Leon in the new movie? Which actor?
I think for Leon, I think Danny DeVito would make a really good
And we've been
Leon.
saying that online.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Nick Apostolides as
As
Jill
Jill?
Valentine.
Oh.
I think he'd look great in the wig. A little bit of 5
little
o'clock
beret.
shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
you. Hello there.
Hello, it's my first time on the mic.
Oh, welcome. You're
Name-
killing it.
Thanks. Name's Rao. So I had a question. So in reference to the games, have you had any rage moments where you're going up against one of the tougher bosses and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is gonna take forever. You just want to bust the controller.
Yes.
You've had a was it on stream that you rage quit?
All of them.
Got it.
I've only played them for others to observe my pain. Yeah, I will say when I first played 3 Remake in 2020, I was not very good. Was not very good at gaming.
A spray and pray.
I was not great. So I think a lot of my rage quits were there because I just was so terrible. And so like trying to get through the bathroom was really hard for me. And the final Nemesis boss fight, I must have heard myself say those lines so many times. I was like, girl, we get it. Let's move on.
I do not rage quit.
Adapt, improve.
I will play for 12 hours straight to beat a thing or a boss or a level. I'm stubborn like that. I like tedious tasks, and so you'll never see me quitting.
Are you a fan of the Dark Souls series by chance?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I
but
like From
that-
Software
that's a
games,
good-
and people tried to scare me away from playing Bloodborne. They're like, "Oh my God, that is hard." I'm like, "Good, I want the challenge."
These are for people that don't rage quit.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, Bloodborne is one of my top 10 games. So I like challenging. I like tedious.
Sounds like Silk Song might be for you. A lot of people say
Already
it's
beat it.
really hard. Did you really?
Yes.
You beat Silk Song?
All 3 acts.
You suck. That's crazy.
And some of those bosses, you will rage quit.
Rage.
Yeah.
I want to say I had a similar mentality to you, but when I was playing Resident Evil 7 on Madhouse difficulty against Jack Baker in the shed, it took me about 5-6 hours to finally get through it.
He's hard. Yeah. Yeah, Madhouse is insane.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Me with my story mode, Madhouse difficulty.
Please. I'm the one where the game constantly pops up and is like, hey, do
you
wanna
need
do this
help?
on easy mode? And I'm like, that's really rude of you. No.
Can I turn this off? Hi there.
Hi.
What's up?
So the question I had, seeing that you guys work with Capcom, if you guys could do a collab as Jill and Leon on another Capcom title, what would it be?
If you could do a collab as Jill and Leon with another Capcom title, who would it be?
That'd be awesome. I love working with that. The team and the people there. It takes a village, and they've got some really wonderful creatives and artists, and it'd be really, really cool and an honor to see what they do with these characters. They're just so iconic. So.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
I could see Leon Man and a Mega Man.
Yeah. There it is.
Leon Kennedy
He
Man.
just wants to play Mega Man.
There it is, the tie-in.
It could be a cool stage, you know.
That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
yeah,
I'd honestly
exactly.
want to see a Kuma versus Leon, to be honest.
What's that?
I'd honestly want to see maybe like a Kuma versus Leon on like Street Fighter.
Oh.
That'd be cool.
Oh, or like I'm surprised they haven't dabbled with like the Marvel vs. Capcom.
That is true, yeah.
I don't think they've put Resident Evil in any of those,
Chris
right?
has been in one. Chris has been in one.
The new one?
I don't think the recent one, no. I may be wrong about that, though.
Does anybody know if Jill has been in any of those?
Jill has. I've seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jill's in the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Well, let's petition for them to put Leon in there then.
Thank
Or Leon Kennedy Man from Mega Man.
Yes. Leon Kennedy in a Mega Man cosplay.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Just his little
Thank
face like
you.
sticking out.
Thank you
Good
so
question.
much. Hello, Huntress.
Hi.
Great cosplay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is actually a question pertaining to DBD. Have you guys ever played Dead by Daylight?
Yes, I have.
Is it hard? Like, do you ever rage quit? I know you say you don't rage quit playing games, but like.
You
is
know
it
my
different?
answer.
Dead by Daylight.
I found it challenging, but I also got to play it with other people,
okay.
which made it fun because they got to, carry the team, and I got to be like, guys, I'm gonna need you to keep up with me, all right? I can't pull all the weight around here.
Well, look, we all need decoys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
Do you remember the killer by chance you went against?
What's that?
Do you remember the killer you went against by any chance when you're playing?
It's been a minute.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been a minute. I think we just did some of the standard character versus like the crossovers because I know they've done the Resident Evil people and all of that. But I just when I played it with kind of some of the standard characters.
It is fun though.
It is? Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
How are you?
So good.
My question is, do you guys have any favorite skins from your characters as Jill and Leon?
Skins, yes. Definitely, bunny ears, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The cat ears. That's what I meant.
Yes,
the
yes,
cat
yes.
ears. And also,
Like mods or official skins? Is
could
that
be
what you're
either.
saying?
in the game, you get cat ears as
Like-
a bonus.
Do you really?
And it makes you faster, right?
I think so, yeah.
You run like 15% faster.
Rude.
It's an actual thing.
New hack for you.
And I also I always liked Mafia Leon. I thought that was cool. And I also like doing the RPD uniform in RE4.
Oh, yeah.
I think that looks really cool.
With all the Tommy guns and stuff, too.
Yes,
That's
yes.
cool.
I just really liked that we got like redesigns of the original Jill outfits as well. So like I thought that was really cool when they released the new model with the jeans and the tank, and they're also like, okay, but here's her tube top and here's her stars uniform. Like I thought it was really cool that you got kind of everything through her iterations.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Great question. Thank you. So I usually like to end it with a question that I like to ask all my guests who voice very iconic characters. If you could give your character, Leon or Jill, advice, what would it be? And what do you think their advice to you would be? So sorry. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna rage quit this question.
Okay, that's fair. I get that and I understand and I respect it.
No. I'll think of something. You go first, Nicole.
No, Nick, please.
You
take
are
it away.
so well
It
spoken.
can also be very silly, like make sure you have more ammo on you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't answer this. I just was liking to put the pressure on Nick, who relies on how much I talk, and it's rude, honestly.
You first.
Yeah, okay. Advice that I'd give to Jill. Sleep in and take a day off. Goodness gracious, girl. I'm tired just looking at you. Advice that she would give back. I mean, she just never doesn't. That's too many double negatives. She's someone who always gets back up. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And I love that. So they're all strong for different reasons, but I think her strength and resilience is particularly easy to look at as like, dang, you took a literal rocket launcher to the where and just said, and we're back to it.
Yep.
So ribs of steel.
Yes. Always get back up again.
I think I would tell Leon that double stuffed Oreos are the ultimate cookie.
And true, it's true.
And then he would tell me, stop eating cookies, you're gonna get diabetes.
Two very great advice, both ways. It's both very good. Yes. I know y'all both live in the world of NDAs as well, but is there anything on the horizon that you are allowed to talk about that you want the audience to keep their ears to the ground for? Or just keep playing Resident Evil, you know?
Not that we can say, but
Yeah.
social media is a great way.
Sure.
As soon as we can announce anything that we're involved in, it goes up there.
Yep.
We're good at posting, we're good at sharing, we're proud of our work, and we're excited, just like everyone else, for things to come out. So following us is probably the best way to keep your ears to the ground on what's next.
Sure.
Yeah, and you'll also know where we're going to be next. So if you guys live elsewhere, you got friends in different states, as long as they follow us, they'll know which conventions we're going to be at, because, again, we love to meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. It was a pleasure. One more round of applause, everyone, for Nick and Nicole, our wonderful Resident Evil cast. We're going to take a quick stage selfie, if that's okay.
Let's do it, yeah.